Hello, today I want to talk to you a little bit about pans, cooking pans, and why you would use certain cooking pans one over the other and the result that you get when you're cooking. And I've had a lot of experience with cooking pans myself and trying to get the exact final result that I'm looking for. And I've also seen it in classes that I've taught with students that have said, wow, you know, your pans work differently than my pans. If I go home and cook the same recipe with the pans that I have, I don't think I'm going to get the same result. There's a few reasons for that, and it doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy a whole new set of pans, but I'd like to just give you an overview of what's available out there and how you can improve the results of your cooking efforts. So the first pan that I have here is one that I use. I have a whole set of these that I use constantly. And the material is stainless steel and nickel. In fact, if you can sort of see the bottom, it'll say 1810. 18 stainless steel and 10% nickel. When you have a pan like this, you have the construction of it so that it cooks evenly around the whole surface of the pan, the sides and the bottom. And that alone makes a difference in how your recipes turn out and how your cooking turns out, because you don't have what I call hot spots. When you're using a thinner pan or an aluminum pan and you're cooking on the stove, whether it's gas or electric, there are places in the pan that'll get hotter in one spot than another, and so your food cooks differently. So I've had these pans 20 years with care. They last a long time. They're not exactly the least expensive pan you can buy, but there are ranges, and as long as you have that type of alloy or materials in the combination of 1810, you're going to get a much better result. So that's this type of pan. Then there is the heavy cast iron pan. And this is a pan that you can buy at the big box stores. You can get them at hardware stores or places that sell camping equipment. This one cost, I think it was $26, and it is made of very heavy cast iron. And so this type of pan will hold the heat, and it'll really hold the heat. It gets extremely hot. It's difficult to even touch it without hot pads after you've used it. And you can put this on your grill, in your oven, on the top of your stove. And what happens with this is, because it holds the heat and it maintains the heat without variations, that you get really nice crispy type of foods. So if you wanted like smashed potatoes or roasted vegetables, you can put them in this type of pan and either on the grill or, like I said, on your stove. So this is another one that is a good pan to have, especially in the summer months when we're grilling outside. And then lastly, speaking of grilling, I'm always suggesting that people eat more vegetables and more fruits, and you can actually grill beautiful vegetables in a pan like this right at your home on top of your stove. And so, as you will notice, it has lines here, which makes the vegetables look like they have been grilled outside, and it'll put a caramelized finish on them. This pan is made of titanium and ceramic, and it's called a scan pan, and it's a non-stick pan, but it doesn't have a coating. The material itself, being ceramic and titanium, makes it non-stick. So this is another nice one to have. I use this most of the time in the winter when I'm not outside in the cold weather trying to grill, and you get a perfect product with it. So let me just recap again. We have the 1810 stainless steel pan where you won't get hot spots and you will cook evenly. And these pans last, and they stay very nice looking with just a little bit of scrubbing SOS pad once in a while. I actually polish my pans every few months, but that's a bit excessive, I know, obsessive. All right, and then we have the cast iron pan that will hold heat and is great in the oven on top of the stove. Actually, what I have read is that this will help with iron content in foods because of the cast iron. And then we have the indoor grilling pan that you can use on your stove, ceramic and titanium, that will give you a good result too. So this type of pans can make a big difference. Doesn't mean that you have to go out and invest a lot of money, but maybe look for them one at a time, integrate them, and see how your food how your recipes turn out. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.